This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, begging for mercy. Oh, I'm dangerous.
Hello, Body Slams podcast viewers, and I am one of your co-analysts. I am Chill Frost, and welcome to another edition of Thursday Night Slam. Have we got a show for you folks? But without any further ado, let me give a shout out to all of our Devereaux Sports podcast teams that you got to see there at the top of the hour of as our schedule was scrolling by. But eventually that would be changing soon, very shortly within this month. We're going to be adding some new shows, some new content for all you people out there. We will definitely have back them 215 boys. That's right. Unfortunately, they are Dallas Cowboy fans in the 215 area code. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Please do not stop watching me. As well, Devereaux Sports will be bringing to you a video game podcast. Do I know what they're doing? I don't know. They could be streaming stuff. They could just be having interviews with other podcasters out there. I don't know, but there's more details in the weeks to come of what day and time that they will be on. And I want to give a shout out to all of our podcast affiliates out there in the wrestling world. The 2 days, Dave Keener and DB Richard over at the 2300 Wrestling Podcast. I'd like to give a shout out to Anthony, Andy, and Brian at the Tornado Tag Podcast, Backstabbers Pro Wrestling Podcast, Conversación de Lucha Libre, all the way from Puerto Rico, and none other than Bob Culture Wrestling Podcast. But enough about all of us guys. You don't want to hear about us and the other. You want to hear about our guests who we have in our rooms that's ready to speak to you, the fans out there. And let me introduce to you, all the way from a planet far from yours, he is that Kryptonian. He's the Black Superman. He is Darien Hardway.
What's going on, ladies
What's
and gentlemen?
up, brother?
Kryptonian here in person.
Yeah, he's. Oh, damn! You ready to bust out that Under Armour you're wearing and start flipping like, oh, damn! Look at the guns.
All day, every day.
Welcome to the gun show.
You know how it is. You know how it is.
We got Papa Reaper chiming in. You know Dennis Reaper. This is Papa Reaper. He's always watching. He's always, and well, yep, still commenting. Everyone, our man Mikey from he's one of our co-analysts here on the show. He's a better Bernard. He's a Saint Bernard. Yeah. That's right. But Darien, how you been, brother, man? You know, like we don't see each other as often, but when we do, it's an awesome conversation. Look, I'm getting tongue tied here. It's late. It's late for me. I've been working all day trying to get everything set up. I'm trying to get some grub in.
There you go. Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I can't complain too much. I was actually fighting the cold earlier this week. There must have been some kryptonite in the air or something like that, but feeling a lot better now. I'm trying to get myself ready for the next few weeks. Got a lot of shows coming up. So, but yeah, I'm living, dude. I'm living.
Yeah, man. You definitely got to watch out for that kryptonite. With the recent episodes of Superman and Lois, I hope you don't have a bizarro version of you to come into the wrestling world. Now that'd be kind of odd. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool though too. That'd be kind of cool too at the time. That'd be kind of hell yeah, that would be great. Yo, so promoters out there watching this, you might want to do a Superman plot with this guy here. Think about it, dude. I mean,
Might as
come
well.
on. You got plenty of villains on the show. Trust me, you got plenty of them out there.
Yeah, I love to take them all out too.
All right, well, let's jump into the hot of what's this? Our man Dennis chiming in saying, "Oh, he's talking trash on our boy Mikey, calling him the Stinky Bernard." It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, let's jump into things. Let's jump right into the nitty gritty of that same cliche topic that everyone asks, and that is, what did make the Kryptonian decide to follow in Jor-El or Darien L or whatever heroic superhero father figure you got footsteps out there? I'm sure one of the old school wrestlers was your idea footprints to follow. There had to be somebody out there, like probably Booker T, could have been it could have been Ron Simmons. Who was the Kryptonian's Jor-El? Who was your Jor-El?
My Jor-El, hands down, is The Rock. He was the one that made me, definitely was the one that made me want to get in the business. He was actually the first wrestler I ever saw. I still remember the day. Had sunglasses on, the long sideburns. Back when he had hair.
Was he rocking the fanny pack?
No, I didn't. That was a little too early. By the time I saw him, it was like 2000, 2001 maybe. And I just saw him. He electrified me, as he always says. And I just fell in love with wrestling after that. So he's the one that made me want to do this.
That's what's up. That's cool. Now, growing up, besides seeing The Rock, did you grow up on seeing any old school stuff? Like, let's say with your pop or your grandfather, did they sit you down? Hey, yo, check out some of this black and white stuff, kid.
My dad and I used to watch a lot of wrestling, and he would always surprise me with DVDs. So we used to watch a lot of Ultimate Warriors matches, Hulk Hogan, even Ric Flair, who is one of my favorites. Who else? We used to watch a lot of Ricky the Dragon, Macho Man. So I have a good bit of
now right here, you are naming off a lot of key players in the business. Some guys who are legends, Hall of Famers. Was there anybody on the lower part of the totem pole? And I don't mean like the mid. I'm talking about, like, was there anybody that you had your eye on, like, oh, this guy got something different? He's not a main superstar, but it's something about him that I like.
I'm trying to think. There are a few. Like, if you're talking about older school guys,
it could have been anyone. It's just like someone who's really low on the bottom of the totem pole, but something about them stood out that caught your eye.
Trying to think. There are a few people, especially once I started getting older, starting to like understand the business a little bit more, respecting more of the guys who aren't in the main lights. There's so many. Let me try to think of one good one. He's a big dude, but I feel like you're not really giving him a lot of attention. I think he recently left too with his company, but Antonio Cesaro.
Yes.
He's not, one of their top guys, even though he's away from WWE, but
which then again, he should have been a long time ago.
He definitely should have been. I agree 100%. He definitely should have been, but a lot of the moves that I do now in the ring, I actually got from him, or at least like based it off of him, because I'm a really big Antonio Cesaro fan. I like how he works in the ring, you know what I mean? His presence, he's a strong guy. So he really stood out to me. He was one of the guys that stood out and never got a lot of credit from WWE. So just to name somebody, I would definitely say Cesaro.
Okay. Now when you were just watching the wrestling, how did you come about learning of the independents? Because I guess you got to find out
Hmm.
then the independence by accident, and then find a school, or did you find a school first? Like, oh shit, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden, oh, this is independence, or how did that come about?
So it kind of fell into place perfectly. I've been wanting to be a professional wrestler since I was in middle school. Once I got to high school, that's when I really started looking up schools and, just going online, learning how to like bump, the right way to do moves and stuff like that. So I was trying to set myself up so that way when I graduated high school, I can just, what I thought, get into FCW at the time, Florida Championship Wrestling with WWE. And at the end of the school year, this is back in like 2013, a buddy of mine came up to me and he said, "Hey, are you serious about being a wrestler still?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been talking about it ever since middle school, of course." And he was like, "Okay, well, my dad's best friend is a professional wrestler. He was trained by Taz, Perry Saturn. And he's planning on like opening up his own business. I think you know Kareem Horton. You know him,
Yes,
Madman.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
So
me and Kareem, we go back a long way. Good
yeah,
brother. He's a good brother.
yeah, man. He taught me everything pretty much. So obviously I gave away the end of the story, but yeah, he's the one that gave me the card, and he said, "Yeah, give this guy a call. He's a really cool guy. I think you guys will get along." So I go to the gym, give him a call. He doesn't pick up, so I leave him a message. I'm working out. I go back to my phone. I see he like called me, call him back. And I was like, yeah, pretty much I want to be a professional wrestler. My friend told me to give you a call. He said, you're trying to open up a school. You're trying to start a promotion. I just want to learn how to wrestle because I want to get to the WWE. Can you help me out pretty much? And he said, yeah, I'll definitely help you out. What experience do you have? And at the time, me and two other friends of mine who also wanted to be wrestlers used to just like fool around and make YouTube videos. And we put them on YouTube and stuff. And I sent him some of those. And I said, we're not professionals. We don't really know what we're doing, but a lot of people on YouTube seem to like what we do. So check this out and see what you think. And we left it at that, sent him a few links. And to be honest, I didn't think he was going to get back to me at all. So, I've heard a lot of, things about the wrestling world and how some people can be. But sure enough, he texted me back and he said, are you sure you haven't had any training before? And I was like,
Yeah.
no, we kind of just saw what we saw on TV and, did it. We were not supposed to, but we did it anyway. We never got hurt or anything like that. And he was impressed. And then about, maybe a few months to a year later, we started training with him. And that's basically where it started. So I kind of learned the independence through that, obviously. Uh,
It's really cool that he took a liking to you like that when you showed him the videos, because back then when I was coming up, um backyard wrestling, or I don't
mhm.
know if that's what you called for you doing, uh it was very shunned upon,
Yeah.
especially when you try to get into the business. Then, like, oh, you're just a backyard wrestler, da, da,
Right.
da. but now but nowadays it's like getting your foot in the door, I want to say, a little bit,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, it's showing people, okay, if you're good at doing the backyard wrestling even without no training, it's
Hmm.
showing you're hungry. It's showing you might have a little it factor there, and no one knows what the it factor is really, but it might show that you have potential
Hmm.
to actually to go in and get real training and
Right.
progress from there. So yeah, I can see the whole backyard stuff nowadays almost being like an audition tape to get accepted into a a prestigious school somewhere.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say that for when you got into it and doing that stuff, it worked it worked on your side. It
Hmm.
benefit. It's a plus, because that's when, like, after me and before you, and like after me, that's when the whole thing of, the whole Mick Foley jumping off the roof. Then you
Right.
start seeing more. Then you start hearing about when they came out with that backyard wrestling game. You hear about the backyard wrestler guys, where
Hmm.
like um M Dog 20 and Josh Prohibition and stuff came out, and they got famous. And then, you know so basically, after I got in, then a couple years later, the whole backyard stuff started to get acceptable just a little bit, not
Hmm.
quite. But nowadays it's more or less, it's like a audition tape now, basically,
Kinda.
almost. Yeah.
Kinda, yep.
Yeah. Well, it's you can't. They're not professional. Like it's amateur or learning. You're trying to learn like
Mhm.
boxing. You can be doing like Kimbo Slice.
Right.
He was doing
Street fights and everything.
yeah, the street fights. Next thing you know, he's in the rings and stuff. Now he's all over the place instead of just being internet famous. Now he's fucking famous doing on TV, this, that. Did I curse? Yeah, I did. But anyway, he did all that. And then he didn't he pass away, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, like 3-4 years ago, maybe?
I'm
So he
not sure.
passed away? Yeah.
But that there's a good example of, someone coming up,
Mhm.
doing what they love, which is fight, and
Mhm.
then got noticed, and then just blew up from there. Then
Yep,
and
exactly.
and that's the same way. You put your video out, you showed him, he liked it, he took a liking to you, brought
Mhm.
you into school, train, and now you're busting your ass everywhere, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, I would think you would be right now like on some of these bigger indie companies. I'm like,
Mhm.
because you're still young in the business, you're still fresh,
Mhm.
and a lot of people will come to you and probably blow your head up. Oh, dude, you're great. Oh man, you should be here. This and that, dude. But you're
Mhm.
still you're still fresh in the business though. To like you haven't had years of experience like
Mhm.
some do. Uh, but you're good at what you do, though. You put so much work and effort in it, especially with your body, dude. You look, hands down. Me and a couple other people were
Mhm.
like, this kid since day one, since I met you, and you
Mhm.
probably, I think I told you this before, and you probably, yeah, you did hear this from me. And I said, yo, that's Flex Willer right there. That's his second coming, and it was like. And a couple of people are like, holy shit, you are right. I'm like, just the manners, you come to the ring, you're strutting,
Mhm.
got and hands down, he could be your father. Seriously, honest to God.
Oh.
I swear, I even tell him that. I sent him videos of you because we had him on the show here. We had him on for like 3 hours.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a vet. He has some stories. A
Mhm.
lot of those Philly guys and stuff like that,
Right.
South Jersey, they all know. Talk to Ron Starr and them.
Mhm.
They all know him. They all know him.
That's awesome. I haven't had the opportunity to meet him, but I would definitely like to.
Uh, I would have loved to reach out to him for this one tonight and be like, yo, you need to pop on and get this kid, But my man's all the way up in Canada. He pops
Right.
in it every time to check us out on the chat. But you know what? Back to you, bro. I'm like, okay, you're training, you're busting your ass and this and that. You're at Keystone Championship Wrestling, right? Was that the school?
That's where I started, yeah. Mhm.
And what was that like? When like Ringo says, "Hey kid, we're gonna give you your first match."
Mhm.
How was the butterflies and stuff, and how you're about to walk through the curtain, a real crowd about to have your first match.
Mhm.
What the hell was going through your head?
So, obviously, yes, I was nervous. But as soon as I walked through the curtain, it was almost like the butterflies just disappeared. I actually wrestled my best friend at the time because, like I said, I was wrestling with two other guys doing YouTube videos. It was between me and him, and first ever match. I think it was in Lancaster, somewhere in Lancaster. And I had my family there. He had his family there. I had my friends. Um, so we were nervous, but this is what we wanted to do. So it was like right before we went through the curtain, he went out first. I said, dude, this is it. We got to kill it. Let's do our thing. Went out there and wrestled our asses off. Sorry if we can't curse.
No, it's all right because uh there is no censorship here though. We just
Okay.
like we cursed a lot in the past. We're
Right.
just trying to start to tone it down a little bit. We're trying to become be on that professional platform
Right.
where it could be for everybody. But time and time again, we do slip. We slip. It happens. It's normal.
Yeah, if you're comfortable, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because we're in the heat of the moment, this and that. But yeah, we're like I said, we're trying to tone it down to be a little bit more professional as much as we can. We're trying to be a PG show, just like some of the shows we go work on. You got guys grabbing the mic, they're dropping F-bombs, this, that, they're telling people in the crowd to suck, whatever. But then you get the promoter in the beginning, and he's like, "Yo, guys, this is a family-friendly show.
Right.
Let's keep it clean." And the rest is history. If someone just goes into business for themselves.
Yep. It happens a little too much nowadays.
Oh, definitely. Now I know the first time I got to see Mr. Darien Hardway in action was at Super Crazy Pro Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
And you had a gentleman at ringside as your bodyguard, known as Big Rock.
Big Rock, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, apparently, that escalated pretty quickly because I guess that allegiance didn't last too long, and I guess he wanted to do his own thing. And you guys had some barn burners, not only there but down over at Tommy and Joe's.
Yep.
I think that's where that's where it became the final thing between you and him. You had that big street fight and everything, and then wait, did you have a door or a table somebody went through? But yeah, it's on video, folks. You know what? I'll probably post it. It's on YouTube. Super Crazy Pro Wrestling at Tommy and Joe's. Darien Hardway against Big Rock. Check it out at Tommy and Joe's. Don't worry, there is commentary too. So you will get to at least enjoy a little bit of action. I forget who was on commentary that night though. But
actually
I was.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm on a lot of stuff. Then you got guys like Dave Adams, you got DJ Danzar, Rissa Pappas, but you and him tore it up, not just in Super Crazy, but didn't you tear it up over at Keystone as well?
We didn't have our first match against each other until Super Crazy, but we have crossed each other's paths. We trained at the same facility for a little bit. The first time he made his debut, I guess. Yeah, that was his debut. He was a bodyguard for a guy named Johnny Nova. I think you've met Johnny before.
Yes, I know Johnny Nova. I met him years ago.
Yeah, so he was his bodyguard for a little bit, and it was me versus Johnny versus Killian McMurphy, who's a great guy. And yeah, Big Rock was Johnny Nova's bodyguard. He got involved, and that's pretty much where he blew up and started, wrestling on his own, and didn't take on the whole bodyguard thing for too long. He was my bodyguard for a little bit. Things didn't work out the way we expected to, and that's where we settled it at Toll Man Joe's in South Philly. So
yeah, some great times there. And now Super Crazy, they moved on over out to Westville. Some people call it Deffert. Either or. I'm like right there in South Jersey, right across the wall, about 5 minutes across from South Philly when you go over to Walt Whitman.
Yep.
And you were their live champion.
Yep.
Are you a 2-time live champion?
I am. I beat Ron Starr for it. Ron Starr was the first champ. Then later on that night, I challenged him and beat him for it because I'm that damn good. So.
and then who beat you for it then for the second one? Was that Atlas Rivera?
Oh, you're talking about the first time I lost it?
Yeah.
Actually, Ron Starr won it back, and it was thanks to Big Rock because he got.
Oh, okay. So it was flip flop between you and Mr. Starr.
Yeah, because I beat Ron Starr for it. Had the championship for 5 or 6 months maybe, and then I had another match against Ron Starr again. Big Rock got involved and cost me the title. So.
And then eventually, as champion, even before the title, you were starting to branch out to a bunch of other companies as well. such as H2O.
Yep, H2O. That's basically like my home as of right now. Unfortunately, KCW Keystone Championship Wrestling stopped running shows for a bit, so obviously I didn't want to just sit around and not do anything. O
Uh,
Dog, you know, he
Miss
was. What's that?
our
I'm sorry.
guy, I'm sorry, no, our guy, Pat. He's the head man in
Oh
charge
yeah.
of
Okay.
Devereaux Sports. He mentioned Johnny Nova was his student at ACPW.
Yep. I was about to say John. Yeah, Johnny's mentioned that company a lot. Actually, he's been telling me a lot about it. So, but yeah, nice to meet you, Patrick. Finally,
Yeah, he used to
somewhat
wrestle.
meet you, kind of.
He used to wrestle as Frankie Frizzo back in the day.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
till the rest of us old heads whooped his ass and sent him packing. But we love Pat. We love
Yeah,
clowning him on our shows. We talk a lot of trash on him because he's the figurehead, and what better way than trash talk your boss
there you
and have a
go.
little fun. Yeah. So what's been going down with you over there at H2O? Because I'm not quite familiar with a lot of their product or what's going on. As far as
Hmm.
I know, there's you're over there. I
Hmm.
seen guys, Marcus
Mathers.
Matthews. Yeah,
Marcus
that
Mathers. Yep.
yeah, he's Mark Angel's son. I did not
Yep.
know he wrestled out
Hmm.
until someone pointed it out to me. That's Mark Angel's son, and I'm friends with Mark Angel. I knew him from years ago too.
Right.
So it's like I'm coming across all this new fresh talent that I never got to see before because I don't get out like I used to,
Yeah.
and there's so much out there. So what's it like over there at H2O for you, man? How's things going over there though?
Things are going great, man. Matt Tremont obviously is in charge of H2O. You've met Matt Tremont before, right?
Yes, I met
Yeah.
him way years ago.
Yeah, so I actually met him at KCW for the first show I ever went to before I started training or anything like that. And then all these years later, once I was looking for a new spot to start training and expand and get my name out there, I saw him walk out after the show was over, and I was like, "I've met you before. I've seen you before. Did you work a KCW show like years ago?" He's like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "Yeah, I was actually at that show, and I remember your match kind of blew my mind because it was like a hardcore match. I never saw anything like that before, because that was my first ever like independent show I've been to, and it just stuck with me. So it was kind of funny that all these years later I got to meet him again. He has his own school, has his own company. I sent him a couple videos just so he knows that I'm legit, because he hasn't really seen any of my matches. And yeah, he opened the doors wide open for me, welcomed me, and I've been there ever since. That was going on 4 years ago now. So
Okay.
ever since being there, I'm happy. A lot of opportunities have popped up. My name's gotten a little bit bigger since being with H2O. So yeah, things have been great there for me. I get along with everybody there. That's a big thing because the wrestling business could be a little weird sometimes in the
Now,
locker room. But
now, with you,
mhm,
for the fans out there watching, they see Darien Hardway coming. He's strutting his stuff around
mhm.
H2O. Now, was some of the boys intimidated when you first started showing up? Though I'm like, you got this young, chiseled, good-looking young dude coming in. He's already making his name everywhere else. Now you're
Mhm.
coming to H2O. You're about to make your mark there. I'm
Mhm.
like, if I was one of those dudes, I'd be like, yo, I'm like, I'm just a fat slob. I got some boots and whatever gear I got on, and this dude's coming in looking like a wrestler, because there's guys who don't take care of themselves. And it's not a, but a lot of those guys who look like that are
Mhm.
guys who will whoop your ass though quicker than you least expect it though too. But
Exactly.
but there's some of the guys that are low on the totem pole who don't take care of themselves as well
Mhm.
as like, oh, this guy's gonna take my spot. I'm gonna be out on my ass real quick. And I'm sure there was probably some guys looking at you in a funny way, like, oh damn, what's this guy think? He better than us or something, coming in like that. Because trust me, if I see you in my locker room and you're doing push-ups and I'm sitting there drinking a soda, I'm gonna be telling you, yo, you need to knock that shit off. You're making me look bad. But that's me joking around though.
Right.
That's me
Right.
joking around though. Uh, Was there any people that felt intimidated, like their spot could be gone?
No, not really. I mean, like, maybe they have, felt like that. I've never been approached by anybody, or I never like saw anyone giving me weird looks. First time I ever came in to train with them, it was a little quiet starting off. That's usually how it is anywhere you go, because they want to see exactly what you can do. But after taking a few bumps and running a couple spots with people, um, they warmed up to me, pretty quickly. And I'm a friendly guy. I know I play as a big mean dude, and I can be, but um, outside the ring, I'm a nice guy. If you see me, don't be afraid to walk up to me. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to let everybody know I'm just here to, make it. You know what I mean? I want to get to the same spot you guys want to get to. So yeah, I mean, I haven't really had any bad experiences, or I don't think I intimidated anybody, not to the point where they felt worried anyway. So yeah.
And you know what? It's a good thing that you explained that, the fact that you went to the school before you even been on a show, because if the place is local nearby, and
Mhm.
if you're gonna get booked on a show, don't just show up to the show. I'm like, if
Right.
it's near and they have the school nearby, go there ahead of time, meet the guys, see how they are, gel with them. They could instantly love you, and everything could click. And then as soon as you come into the show, and then you pretty much don't have to meet everybody there, because you already met some at the school. You probably
Mhm.
see some familiar faces from other shows. And then
Yep.
there's going to be a couple of heads you never met yet. but
Exactly.
but yeah, like, I suggest that highly. Like, if you're nearby a place that runs shows and
Mhm.
their school is there, and you're booked, go in on one of those off nights or whatever. When you're not doing anything else, go train with the guys, talk to them, see how they're doing. you know Let that uh get those vibes out, get
Right.
anything, uh any mystique of who you are, who they are, out the way. So that way,
Mhm.
when you do come into to the show on show day, it's more of a relaxed atmosphere
Yeah,
then.
it's not so awkward.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Awkward. That's what I want to use. Uh Now, jumping back over to Super Crazy,
Mhm.
um, this is a big plus for me having you here, because you, my friend,
Mhm.
you are the fourth installment, well, of guests that I had here on the show.
Mhm.
Because when you go like that, it's usually like a symbol of excellence, like the horsemen and stuff. There's always a
Yep.
group. You are the fourth one from this particular stable,
Mhm.
label, franchise, group, henchmen, whatever you want to call them. This dynasty, better
Mhm.
known as the dynasty, of guests that I had on the show. I already had Black Cheese on.
Mhm.
I had Tony Batista.
There you go.
I had Deshaun Pratt.
Mhm.
And the fourth and final member, Darien Hardway, the
Yours truly.
dynasty.
Got to save the best for last, right?
I don't know if anybody else ever had all four of yous on their show or not.
Mhm.
I'm guessing probably the guys from the 2300 Wrestling Podcast. They probably have, because
They
they're close,
might have.
because they're close friends with everybody too as well.
Right, right. They're
So
good guys, yeah.
yeah, but this is a huge plus for me, because when I found out the four of yous were hooking up
Mhm.
and yous were gonna start doing something big over there, I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, this is money. These four
Yeah.
guys together. Oh my god. But unfortunately, uh, I'm not gonna say the group is disbanded. I can't say that because we don't know. As far as we know, G's is making moves.
Oh yeah.
He's doing big time business with the NWA right now.
Mhm.
Uh, Pratt is starting to work a lot of other places now again, as
Mhm.
far as also being a trainer at another location as well.
Yep.
But for now, holding it down, it's yourself
Mhm.
and Tony Batista.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna sense something a little something wrong with the picture though, because I was at the last Super Crazy show, and unfortunately, I hate to put this out there. I don't want to say this the wrong way, bro. You know, don't hate me for this, but you kind of like lost some weight around your waist.
Yeah.
With from Primal Fear, Soriano.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you lost that Super Crazy Pro Wrestling live championship. Yeah.
I did.
And another thing I noticed that you didn't have backup in your corner. Tony Batista seemed to have been doing his own thing with his new manager, and I didn't quite get the name of the other guys he had with. I have to go back and look at the video footage, but now he's like Tony Two Belts because
it looks like he
had
found
the
himself
US
a new stable almost. It seems like because I was out there, I was watching that match, and I thought it was kind of interesting because you have the Dynasty, and yes, we're not together like we were before, but it happens. It's wrestling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But seeing that him and I are the only two left in Super Crazy right now, me being me, I thought, okay, he's my boy. We've been on the same team. We just met each other, but we're cool. But
it's almost like the Hurt Business breaking up, and then they got back together. Yeah. And what I'm looking at is, okay, yeah, the Kryptonian might have lost the live championship, but you know, you can only be naked for so long, and if Batista's gonna go that route, do you think you're gonna be in line for an opportunity at his World Heavyweight Championship, or do you think you might go after the U.S. title if that comes up for grabs? Because, you know, who knows? He might not be able to hold both belts. They might have to strip him of one of them. And obviously, you know, he's going to keep the heavyweight. So.
Well, if I'm being 100% honest.
Yes, please be honest. Be honest.
Simply because, you know, me being who I am, I'm all about being number one, piss on number two, piss on number three. I'm all about being number one. So if it comes down to it, why settle for just two belts? Why not get all three? Live championship, United States championship, and the heavyweight championship. First person to hold three titles is Super Crazy. The Kryptonian Darien Hardway.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. And then you have to go after the tag titles one day. Then and then after that you have to go for the women's champion. Well, hold up, no, let's leave that one out of this right now.
Well, I don't know. I'll put on the wig and see what happens.
Hey, why not? You got Santino was a draw. He was a draw when he did it.
There you go.
Everyone out there watching, just to let you know, the chat room is open for comments and questions, so please do not hesitate to ask away. The man is here. He would answer whatever you want to, I guess, put out there. But right now we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. If you think you got what it takes to become a professional wrestler, check out the Skid Row Academy, and we'll be right back.
Hey, yo, what up, people? You already know who it is. Just in case you don't know who it is, this is Ortiz, one half of the greatest Puerto Rican tag team on this damn planet, representing Team Pazuzu, the Inner Circle, Ortiz. And I'm here getting back to basics up in Deptford, New Jersey. Deptford, I said it right? Yeah, I said it right. Yeah! Come get back to basics. Come get trained right here at Super Crazy School. Ow!
Whoa, we got to see some of the Philly, South Jersey great ones in that video. We got to see your man Kareem. We got to see Ron
Yep.
Starr, Rob Prefontaine. We even got to see referee. Man, I'm stuck on stupid right now. But
So good. There was a lot of people in that video.
yeah, there's a lot of great people there. That video definitely needs to be updated. Super Crazy needs to get at me with a new video of the school because some of those cats in there are actually wrestling. They don't even look like who they look like in there anymore.
Yeah.
Their looks changed and stuff, and it's all for the better and plus. But yeah, that was just a little sample for everyone out there. Hey, folks out there, if you want to follow and check out Darien Hardway, check him out online on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow him at Darien Hardway, and he's also on Instagram at Darien_Hardway. And for all you promoters, bookers, pencil pushers out there, if you need some good, refined talent that's gonna hold it down and put asses in the seat, check out my man here. Hit him up at his contact, his agent, Darien Harris Pro at Gmail, and his people will talk to your people and you'll make things happen or whatever the case may be. But yeah, look no further. The Kryptonian, Darien Hardway, hit him up and do some business, some good business that is, for everybody. Ah, man. Woo. It takes a lot out of me just to make announcements and stuff, bro.
I'll say that was a mouthful there.
Yeah. So besides wrestling, what's going on in your life, man? Let's talk general life as well. You got anything good? Any projects? Other acting, music, anything going on?
Yeah, I'm actually getting myself into acting. It's kind of funny that you mentioned that. I started acting back in 2020, thanks to a friend of mine. He actually went to school for like film and stuff like that. He has his own YouTube channel. I'll mention it before the end of the show, just so you guys can check it out. But yeah, I started working with him, doing a lot of small little skits, little projects. We're coming up with a lot of stories and like small movies and shows even that we're gonna put out for the public soon. But yeah, hopefully in the future, whenever I can't wrestle anymore, I can follow in The Rock's footsteps and get into acting. So we'll see how that goes.
You know what? There's a lot of professional wrestlers out there on the indies who are doing a lot of acting as far as right now getting their feet wet, being extras in like TV shows and stuff. You catch them in the courtroom, they're playing a criminal who's got the light being interrogated on them. Just random stuff, even commercials. So yeah, this is a huge plus that you're doing the whole stuff with the your friend with the YouTube, because just because people are watching it everywhere. You never know when somebody's watching,
right?
And they come across your stuff. A producer in New York, California could be like, "Yo, who's this kid?" They just see a clip on YouTube and like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in contact with whoever made the video through their YouTube page," and then they'll get a hold of you. I'm like, "Hey, next year, you know, we could see you out there." Fast and Furious 86 of how many or however how many of them they're gonna do.
Yeah, seems like it's never gonna stop.
No, definitely. It's far too many. It's far too many.
Yeah, they do that with movies nowadays. They don't know when to just cut it.
now, have you been looking into getting a professional agent?
I have a couple people in mind. They're actually good friends of mine who showed a lot of interest, because I have a lot of people that have been in my corner since I told them I wanted to be a professional wrestler. So,
I don't mean I don't mean really like friends and family and stuff who've been around. I'm talking about ones who's already who's out there established. Have you tried to reach out to a talent agency company that would get you tryout roles and stuff like that, or auditions and stuff?
I haven't looked into that. That's something I definitely should be doing though, just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit more quicker, because obviously they know what they're doing a lot better than me, in order to, you know, get my name out there a little bit more. So yeah, that's something I'll definitely be looking into. Well, honestly, very soon. Just like I said, just get the ball rolling a little bit.
Yeah, like we all got so many different projects on the side. Besides me working, I'm like I do like I never thought I'd be doing this podcast stuff. Like
Yeah.
this here happened like out of accident. It started a year ago out of
Mm-hmm.
accident. Then you know, I wrestled all those years. I started doing DJing for wrestling companies because then
Mm-hmm.
because I've been around the business for so long, I knew what the hell what I'm doing. I know what I'm what to look for,
Mm-hmm.
cues and stuff like that. It just like through wrestling, I started to branch off doing a bunch of little side gigs and stuff, and that's a huge plus. Plus, you know
Mhm.
what? Wrestling works out great for you, especially with the wrestling, because you know, I hate saying it. You know when people say fake, and you know, but it's entertainment aspect.
Mm-hmm.
The cat's out of the bag a long time ago.
Right.
You know, and pro wrestling has helped a lot of, you know, like I said, actors. So yeah, it helped train us. It
Mhm.
definitely helped train us. It helped us get over if you had stage fright, get over
Right.
stage fright.
Mhm.
If you're still cutting lousy promos,
Mm-hmm.
work on your promo so maybe then you can do other stuff as well, such as commentary and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a whole wide range of stuff going on out there. So besides acting, is there anything else going on in Darien Harris, the man behind Hardway? You know,
Right.
because it's always like, you know, that's your Clark Kent.
Yeah, pretty much. I was about
That's
to say
your
that's
Clark
the
Kent.
Clark Kent for me, pretty much.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, my shoot
Oh,
job is
okay.
pretty demanding, but well said. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this one thing for the ladies that are out there who are watching, and if they're not watching this right now, maybe they'll catch a replay. Everything on their mind is Darien single?
I am single as of right now.
Ding
I
ding
have been
ding.
I have been dating. However, I will say, with a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, just trying to focus on wrestling, acting, other things going on in my life. A relationship's not something I'm necessarily trying to get into right now.
I think one that would probably benefit you
Mhm.
if you would meet another female that's in the business.
Nah.
Why? Then you guys go work on shows together. Then you like, hey,
Yeah, that is true. I don't know.
it-
It's just like from things I've seen, a lot of drama happen. from
yeah.
time,
Well,
so-
well, it all depends on both parties, and not only that, like if these guys trust each other, but then you gotta worry about the snakes in the locker room.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And I'm,
but if you have a trust factor going on between you and your son and your significant other,
mhm,
it wouldn't become an issue if you're at one show and she's at another show,
another show.
because
Yep.
it's all business,
Mhm.
and then top of that, you guys know what each other's going through,
Right.
unlike being in a relationship where it's like, oh, you're going to the show, you're
Mhm.
probably messing around with a ring rat or whatever, blah blah blah. But at least then, if these guys are on the same page, you guys know what, you know, and everybody knows both of yous then. So
Mhm.
it's like, okay, you know, but like I said, it every situation is different, but I can see that being more beneficial of if these guys are on the same wavelength of know
Right.
the boundaries as far as work and personal.
Right. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, I mean,
Uh,
maybe in the future I'll start looking into relationships, but as of right now, wrestling has my heart. Let's just put it that way.
that, you know what? Honestly, Jake the Snake Roberts, he went and said, the thing about his marriages and stuff like that,
Mhm.
the ring was wrestling is his mistress. That's
Yeah.
his mistress. You know, it's like because a lot of times the business takes takes away from so much things, opportunities and stuff outside of it. You
Mhm.
miss birthdays, weddings, family reunions, you miss, you name it, all different kind of special events.
Mhm.
You're far away from home, and like I said, somebody who's supposed to be your buddy or whatever, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna look after your wife when you're gone. Wink, wink. Yeah, look
Yeah.
after. you know, but at the same time, that mistress of pro wrestling, like I said, if you don't have your your I's dotted, your T's crossed,
Mhm.
uh, if you're not well balanced, you know, it could become a dangerous thing. And
Yep.
I give big ups, kudos to everyone out there who's making it work. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there in the business on the indies
Mhm.
who are definitely hands down making this thing work for them, and
Right.
and big ups to them.
Yeah.
Um, but so going forward, where else can they see you coming up?
Well, I've been wrestling with
Just run down the whole list of everywhere you're gonna be coming up.
well, coming up, definitely going to be H2O. Got a show with them on Monday. Next weekend, I have 2 shows on Saturday. It's going to be one Super Crazy Pro Wrestling back again. Trying to
That's the
see who.
12th.
Yep, the 12th. I'm gonna just go there and see who wants to step in the ring with me, because no one wants to seem to get in the ring with me for some reason. I don't know if they're scared or what, but I'm going Super Crazy, and I want to see who has the balls to step in the ring with me and see what happens, especially after that loss. Got to take my anger out on somebody, right?
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, I will be there, right there, front row, checking out the action.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna look forward to. Would you do you think you might be able to get a rematch?
At some point, I mean, seeing the way he won the match, Soriano,
Then he
he's
has
probably
Primal
gonna.
Fear in his
Yeah,
corner to watching his back. So
he does, but at the same time, numbers don't intimidate me.
I
So,
don't know. I don't know. You might have a couple allies that I might be thinking off the top of my head, because when you think about it,
mm-hmm.
Primal Fear held on to their tag titles against 2 other individuals. The Lost Breed, Dave Reed and Tahir James. They
Yep.
might you might want to put your differences aside with them and like man up and talk to them and be like, look, like we all got the same enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That is true.
So you might be able to gain an alliance with them. But question is though, if you go to reach out to them, are they gonna accept your handshake as friendship? Well, for a allegiance, because everyone there, they know your history. They know your
Yeah.
history of the type of guy you are, and then if you do ask them, and the one thing in the back of their mind is, can we trust Hardway?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to put yourself in that shoes. Is can if you were in their shoes, would you trust you?
Hmm. Well,
That
I'll say
it's
this.
easy to say yes. Honestly, it's easy to say yes.
It's easy to say yes, but I'll be realistic here. It's like I'm not expecting them to trust me. And to be honest, I don't even trust them for real. But if they want their championships back, which I know they do, we can put our differences aside. Do I really need their help? In my opinion, I don't think so. Because, I mean, they don't call me Kryptonian for nothing. You know what I mean? But to make things a little bit easier for myself, sure, asking them for help might benefit me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I already feel a little piece is gone for me after losing that championship. So I might have
Now,
to look into a rematch soon. We'll see.
now I know quite well with a lot of the companies you're with right now. You're quite really comfortable, but yet everybody always wants to grow.
Hmm.
Where do you see yourself in the next year or two?
Well, I'll just straight say it, AEW.
Not even WWE,
I would like to get to WWE, but if I'm being
because
100%
that's the
realistic
granddaddy.
here,
That
it's the, yeah, I mean, everybody wants to get to WWE, and of course, that is always going to be at the top of my list. But after watching a lot of AEW recently, I really want to go there. I really want to
is
go there. A lot of people who I've worked this past or last year, and even some people this year have gotten their shot on AEW Dark. So
mhm.
seeing them on there really kind of motivated me, and I said, well, you know what? I got to get there. I got to show them what I got, and hopefully sign a contract.
Now I'm gonna throw a couple other company names out there, and I wonder if they're even on your radar.
Mm-hmm.
MLW,
Okay.
Impact.
Yep.
I would say ROH, but that just got bought out by AEW.
Yeah, Tony Khan. Yep.
Yeah. Mexico,
Yeah.
Japan,
Mm-hmm.
or any other company that's in Europe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Has any of them caught your interest other than
Uh,
AEW though?
well, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of places I want to go, like AEW, WWE. Obviously, those are like the top two places you want to be right now. But just getting myself out there, going anywhere. I'm down to go anywhere. Just as long as I can get my face out there, my name out there, people start knowing who I am, to help me climb that ladder to where I want to be. I'm open to everything. Long story
Yeah.
short, I'm open to anything.
Yeah, I know a lot of talent from here in the States are doing a lot of good things over in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
over there in the European. They're picking up a lot of dates over there.
Mm-hmm.
One person said that they really enjoyed working over in Japan when they had the time,
Mm-hmm.
because it definitely prepared them for, like, when they work over here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
They see how, like, at first when you're working here in the States, you think, oh man, okay, whatever, it's hard, this and that, but it's not. When you get to Japan and they're over there training, they mention how hard the training is,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually work like a real athlete over there, the strong style and stuff. And then when you come back here to the States, it's so simple and easy. It's like nothing. It's like water,
Yep.
So I'm thinking that might be a calling for you. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
You know what?
Darien
You're not
Hardway.
the first person to say that. Actually, you're not the first person to say that. So, seeing that a lot
Become
of people are starting to say it, I'll take a look
win
into
win the J Cup.
it.
The J, I can see it. Darien
Yeah.
Hardway win, and knowing them to put a mask on you and call you some kind of tiger or whatever or something. Black Tiger was what, Eddie Guerrero?
Was it?
So,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
then well there you go. You
I
can
think
be
it
the
was, yeah.
black. Then you can be the black tiger. I don't know. I'm just
New and improved. There you go.
I'm just pulling shit out the air and just coming up with stuff, stupid stuff. So Darien, this been very enlightened type of I guess interview. I don't even know if I want to call it an interview. I just want to call it a get together. We just hanged out, we talked a little bit, we
Nice
bullshitted.
conversation.
We called up. We kept it simple.
Mhm.
And like, it's easier, like when you know someone, to talk back and forth like we have just now.
Mhm.
And what's this? Here we go. We got somebody from our Devereaux Sports team, from our crew. Darien, Devereaux Sports, love you, brother. Keep grinding. Well,
I appreciate it. Love you guys too.
That's from the whole podcast team that we have at Devereaux Sports.
Awesome.
Apparently they love you. Well, then we better see some of them when he's in action, be there cheering his ass on then, and instead of sitting at home trying to stream it on something. Be there in person, buy a ticket, show support, because that live fan interaction is the best. It's nothing like you can get from sitting at home on your couch. All right.
Yep, I agree 100%.
But yeah, like how we said earlier in this, that you're still freshly young into the game.
Mhm.
How many years you've been working now again?
Let's see.
Hasn't been that long though, right? It's been like what, 5-6 years?
No, it's been a little bit longer than that. It's been about 8 years.
Holy damn! I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, I started when I was 17. Yeah, so it's going on. Yeah, about 8 years now. Yep.
Oh wow, I did not figure it was that long. Honestly, you know what it is. You know what? I gave you a shorter timeline because the whole thing with the pandemic.
Yeah,
when nobody was working. When nobody who was working.
Bad times, man. Bad times.
Yeah, that definitely shortened it up. But yeah, because like I would like to have you back here, like in the next, like like I'm gonna say year or two, because
Yeah.
I want to see how you progress. And like if I get you on here any sooner,
Hmm.
it's just gonna happen too fast. We already pretty much covered everything. I think
Right.
with that nice stretch, we can go in part two. We can see what happened between now and then.
Yep.
And I swear to God, I hope it's for the greatness of this world, because we need a superhero. We need a Kryptonian to save the wrestling world. God Almighty as my witness. And right now, if everyone watches Superman and Lois, we all know Soup is locked up in some kind of kryptonite holding facility now next to his
Mhm.
brother. So we need that black Superman. That's right. We need that man. We need the Kryptonian Darien Hardway,
Right here.
to come to our rescue for the professional wrestling world. And like I said, people, check him out on Facebook and Twitter. Follow him, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Darien Hardway, as well as Instagram, Darien_Hardway. And for all you promoters, pencil pushers, bookers, whoever is behind the scenes giving out the paydays, Darian Harris Pro at gmail.com. So Darren, do you have any final words for these people out there? Enlighten us, brother. Take us to the promised land.
Take you to the promised land. Well, first off, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show today. I really do appreciate it. This is my official third podcast I've done. I hope to do many, many more.
You know what
And
they say. You know what they say. Three
Mhm.
times the charm.
3 times the charm. And I like your idea. Like the next maybe year or two, see where I am. I'd definitely like to catch up with you again. But for now, definitely come out and see me at shows. I always give my best. I want to make everybody happy, and I just want to make it to the top. That's all.
And once again, if you're not doing anything, March 7th, that's a Monday night. I'm
Monday
like,
night.
hey, I'm like, some of y'all might want to watch that stuff on the USA Network. I don't know, but yeah, but if you're in the South Philly, South Jersey area too, H2O,
Mm-hmm.
you want to check them out over there. This man will be in action,
Yes,
as
sir.
well as Saturday, March 12th at
Yep.
12 noon. I really hate those early shows, but
Honestly, I don't mind them. I don't mind them.
but March 12th, he'll
Yep.
be at the Skid Row Academy, which is Super Crazy Pro Wrestling in Westville, New Jersey.
Yep.
And you said you were going to be somewhere else later on that evening, right?
Yep.
As
Back
well,
at
but
H2O again. Yep.
back at HTO again. All
Yep.
right.
It's going to be the Intergender Bonanza 11, which is Stan Styles' company. I'll be wrestling for his show this is my third match, my third show with them. So Saturday in the daytime, I'll be at Super Crazy. And then Saturday night, I'll be back at H2O.
Awesome. Sweet. What's this? Our man Pass chiming in. Thank you, Mr. Hardway. What your handles on? I just put them out there, Pat. You have to go back out and you have to go back. And they're scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Look at the bottom of the screen, Pat. Everything's down below.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm sorry with the things we got to deal with. This knucklehead. He's always trying to put his 2 cents in our business. Who booked this kid? I don't know. It is what it is. But Mr. Hardway, I'd like to thank you once again for your time joining us. I know it's late. We all have much important things to do in the morning time. I got work. You got other things to do. You got to get that lifting on.
Yeah, I got to lift, and then I got to go out and save the world. You know how it is, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not on that Superman status. I'm more on that Otis with Lex Luthor type status. I'm Otis. Okay, Mr. Luthor. Okay, Mr. Luthor. Right, Mr. Luthor. But brother, thank you again for coming on. Like I said, I can't wait to have you on again so we can get a nice update. Fast forward. Hopefully by then, you're signed somewhere. You're all the way over in Japan as the black tiger or something, or as Chris Benoit was he was the wild Pegasus. You can be the black Pegasus.
Maybe. Who knows?
The Kryptonian Pegasus. Something. I don't know.
Kryptonian Pegasus. This would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Well, They'll figure something out. We'll make shit happen. Don't worry. Have your people contact his people and make sure you have catering.
Yeah, big boys got to eat, man. Big boys got to eat.
All right, Darren. Thank you again one more time, and I'll see you on the 12th.
Yes, sir. I'll see you there.
All right, thank you. Peace out, bro.
All right, man. Be safe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Kryptonian Darien Hardway. He is our savior of pro wrestling. Hopefully soon things will get back to normal. Hopefully he can get rid of that kryptonite called COVID out of this world. But we will find out as time goes on. Like I said, you can follow him on Facebook and Instagram at Darien Hardway. On Twitter at Darien Hardway. On Instagram, it's Darien_Hardway. And with that being said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in here to Thursday Night Slams, courtesy of Devereaux Sports and the BodySlamsPodcast.com. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, find out when we are live. And you can check us out on any one of our platforms down below, which is over here. You see, we got Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all the way on the end, Instagram. And if you like our shirts, see what I got here, a Thursday Night Slam shirt, go to the website at thebodyslamspodcast.com, click on the pod shop, and you will find not only this one, our Breakfast and Body Slam shirt, and the original Breakfast and Body Slam shirt, as well as our pop-up plate bombs, JoJo photos, and a couple other additions as well, where we will be putting out new merchandise very soon, some new designs. We're waiting for our buddy Mikey, the St. Bernard, to send us some stuff. We will waiting on some designs from Mr. Joey Image, and hopefully I'll put some new ones out too as well. Everything you purchase will be shipped directly straight to your house from the website of Spring, and all proceeds that goes in to our Spring account goes back to help us fund this show that we have broadcasted for use to keep doing every week. So please support us so we can give you more content. And once again, I am Chio Frost for the Body Slams podcast team, and hopefully we'll see you this Sunday at 11 a.m. for Breakfast and Body Slams, as we will be giving our predictions for AEW Revolution and whatever other news, notes, and whispers that we might have for that morning. So hopefully to see you Monday morning at 11 for Breakfast and Body Slams. Until then, have a good night and peace out.
This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. What you gonna do? I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, oh.